Start small, grow big. Start small, grow big. Well, that's the subject of today's video. Start small, grow big. If you're new to this channel, please quickly click on the subscribe button. We are here to deliver to you lots of great content on profitable pig farm. All you need to know about pig farming, the A to Z of pig farming, will be available to you on this channel. All right, let's quickly delve into the subject of today's video. How do you construct a cheap and affordable pig house? How do you construct a cheap and affordable pig house? Now, everything we're going to reveal to you in this video doesn't have to be where you are going to stay in forever. So everything we'll be revealing, we expect you to use this for a short-term basis, because I know one of the big issues to several people out there is the funding to start their home pig farm. I'm sure there are lots of great people there that are interested in starting their own pig farm, but the main constraint is the funds. Everything is really on the high side now. Everything, literally everything, the blocks and everything are very, very expensive. So in this video, we want to show to you how you can start your own pig farm with little or very little money. Obviously not no money, you would need money, but very little money. That's what we want to bring to you in this video. All right, now you already understand the things you need to have a pig farmhouse. So you want to have a place where you confine your pigs to. Obviously, you are running an intensive system, not an extensive system. So you want to have like a confinement for them, depending on what you are deciding to start with, which I always advise you start small and grow big. That means I would advise, if you start with 2 animals, if you start with 3 animals, it's fine. So let's assume you start with just a pen or 2 pens. So what are the resources you could make use of that can work alternatively to many of the modern resources? So again, I repeat, you don't have to stay here on this in this spot. That means what I'll be revealing in this video doesn't have to be where you are going to stay in the long run. This is just for the sake of starting, because in the end, what really matters is being able to house your animals. The main thing where I would expect you to expend much money at is your feeding. Now, but the reason why you may want to shift and upgrade later to the modern farmhouse is also because of durability. Because some of the things I'll be revealing to you in this video may not be ultimately as durable as that of the modern farmhouse. So you would make the right judgment and decide on what you want to do. If you have the money and you're interested in investing the money once, and you don't want to you want to just pour in your funds at the initial stage, well, that's fine. But again, if you're there and maybe you're running on a budget and you want to have the animals, but you are also having issues with the farmhouse, what are the things you can use? Now, let me start from this. Look at what we did right here. This is using slabs. You can see these are slabs. This is like the offset from woods. This material is actually very cheap because this is not the main stick. This is the waste from the people that saw woods in the forest. So most of the time, even some of the time, they leave this thing over there. They don't have the opportunity of picking it. Sometimes some people pick it to use for firewood. That means to use them to cook, because people in the rural areas tend to use more of sticks to cook. So when you have this waste, this wood waste, you can easily convert this to a pig pen. Now, the blocks are obviously much more durable than this because these are woods, but this can work in the interim. This can work in the meantime. If you have this, if you make use of this, which is, of course, I told you already, this is a rented, this farm right here is a rented place. This is not our permanent site. But even on our permanent site, initially we're going to use these slabs at an initial stage. So you can get these woods. They're very cheap to get, very cheap. Sometimes you may even get them for free. So if you're lucky to be around a place where they are sawing lots of wood, it's obviously going to be cheaper than the normal woods. You can see how we made use of the door and everything. All these are done with wood. Now you can see this. This is done with pure wood. So this is one way you can quickly economize your cost. Instead of you getting the blocks, which is so expensive right now because cement is very expensive, you can get the wood. So that's number one place where you can economize at. Now let me show you something else. Look right here on the roof. don't know if you can see this clearly. Look right here on the roof. Do you believe that the roof where these great animals are staying at is not with, I believe you know what this is. This is the bamboo. The bamboo is 100% free. Although some people sell bamboos for certain reasons, but bamboos in this area are very much common. So we made use of what we have around us to make our pig pen temporarily, obviously, because we need to start, or we need to get into business. So the animals are doing fine. It doesn't affect them in any way. The fact that you use the bamboo or the wood doesn't dictate the size of your animals. What dictates their size is if they are in the right spacing and if they are eating the right feed and they are drinking the right water and you are medicating them rightly. So this is the other place where you can get into the bush. I don't know which area you are at, but trust me, these things in this area are so cheap. And by the way, just let me say this, they are actually very durable also. These bamboos have been here for years now. These ones, we just replaced these ones just to strengthen it. But these ones you are seeing here have been here for how many years now? I think it's not less than 3 years, not less than 2 or 3 years. It should be more than that these bamboos have been here. So imagine how perfect they've been standing right here, and nothing is wrong. Everything is going fine. So the woods are very expensive now also, because anything that makes use of the fossil fuel is quite expensive because they use the petrol to saw the wood. So look right here and see how we're able to make use of bamboos to have our pen house. And I already shared with you the profit we made on some of the sales we made. It doesn't stop us in any way of making our profit. We're making our profit real good. Now look at another innovative thing I showed you already. Look at right there. Instead of course, this is not a permanent site. So running a full nipple drinker from the storage tank, as good as that may be, it may not be very advantageous, because in the end, the owner could decide to turn this place to something else, or we don't know. So this is a rented place. So look right there, how the innovation on making use of the nipple drinker, which is working so fine. Now let me show you something else. Look right here also at another innovation. I already said before, resourcefulness is the ultimate resource. Think globally but act locally. Many of you are injuring yourself from moving forward in your business plan, not because you can't move forward, but because you are limiting yourself by thinking that you need a certain amount of money before you can start. No, you make use of the resources you have around you. I said already, resourcefulness is the ultimate resource. The resources you need is your resourcefulness. Find a way to get things done. Find a way to get things started. Look right here now. You could easily use the block, obviously, and that's nice. You can use it, but this is a cheap material readily available, and you just fix it right there. It works very fine. You can see how solid it stays. It works very fine. Now, I'm not saying, I said you can always make adjustment later, but for a start, if you're trying to start with a budget, you can make use of many of all these innovative ways. One of the major things you may have to pay attention to in terms of expanding your costing if you are starting is to make sure you floor the buildings very well. Now, I told you already, this is a rented place, so the way they floored this place wasn't obviously perfect, and that's why you can see what's going on right here. So we would have to remake the flooring of this, but these are some of the things you get if you don't floor properly, and that's why I would always advise you pay attention to the flooring. That's one of the most important aspect of the whole house, because these guys, they dig a lot. So once you are able to make this very, very right, you would have little or no issues starting. Now you can always upgrade, as I said already. Try and upgrade whenever you feel like, and focus on feeding your animals right and getting your profit. From your profit, you can start making the adjustment. That's the way of starting small and growing big. I really hope this has motivated somebody out there. I'm very sure this should have helped somebody out there, because I know this is one of the constraints many people have when it comes to starting their own pig farm. If you enjoyed this video, click on the like button, and if you are new to this channel and you are yet to subscribe, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Believe me, we are going to dish out to you lots of great and quality videos. Thank you very much. Bye bye.